Why manage color? Because if you don't, printed colors may not match their design colors, and that can frustrate you and your customers. And if they're annoyed, they just might go somewhere else. Can you afford that? So if consistent color quality is important to you or your customers, then color management is a must. Ruby had a great idea for a big spring sale at her garden shop. She'd make some posters and hang them in the shop window to attract customers. Her daughter took some photos of flowers in the shop, and together they created the artwork on Ruby's computer. Ruby loved the design and the colors, so they put the files on a CD. Now, Ruby's husband owned an engineering firm, and he printed the posters there on a wide format printer. But when he brought those prints home, she was horrified. The colors on those prints looked nothing like those she saw on her computer. She couldn't hang those posters. They were awful looking flowers. They'd chase customers away. So what happened? What happened? It's what didn't happen. There wasn't any color management here. Not that we can fault Ruby and her family. They weren't design and print professionals. They didn't even know that such a thing as color management existed. In order to create great color prints, you need to manage color through every step of the process, from customer vision to final output. Color printing starts with a customer who has a vision of a printed document and who wants that document printed according to that vision. The path from their vision to printed output requires a number of steps and involves the use of several tools. Each step and each tool introduces variables that can make the output differ considerably from the original vision. For example, in the steps used to transform Ruby's vision into print, we'd find these tools: a camera to capture images, a computer to edit images, create graphics, and create the print files, and a color printer with its inks and media. But each one of those has its own unique color characteristics, the way it sees, interprets, and handles color, and passes it along to the next tool in the process. Now, even printing the same image on two different media types on the same printer can give you two quite different prints. And printing the same image on two different printers, even using the same media, can produce two different looking prints. And if you add in all the users of these various tools, each of whom sees color in a different way, we're talking about a complex chain of variables. And they must all work together to give you the prints you expect. Fortunately, there's a discipline for controlling the potential chaos presented by all these variables. It's called color management, and when properly applied to each tool and variable in the process, you can get printed output that meets your expectations. What you see on your monitor will look like what you see on your prints. The key concept in color management is consistency. To consistently produce the same predictable results over and over again. So how do you do it? How do you create a consistent color workflow? To start, you'll need to determine all the steps, tools, and places where variables can affect color. Then you need to decide which can be controlled, make adjustments to them, and then measure and verify the printed output. And you'll need to repeat this process of adjusting, measuring, and verifying until you get a consistent process, one that will repeatedly produce satisfactory output. But it doesn't stop there. It's not a set it and forget it process. You need to keep on top of it at all times because variables can and will creep in. The best clue to when you need to check your process is when things don't look right. To start managing color in your process from design through print, you'll need to learn how to calibrate your tools, your scanner, your monitor, your printer, and so on. And then you'll need to learn how to create color profiles for each and link them all together with a color management application. But before you start with calibration and profiles, you should fully understand the theory behind all that's going on. If you only learn the technical use of your color tools without understanding the theory behind what you're doing, you'll be lost when something goes wrong and you'll waste a lot of time trying to figure it out. And if you move to a different color management system, you'll have no idea where to start. So before you begin, you should get a solid understanding of the basics of color, where it comes from, how the human eye perceives and interprets color, how cameras, scanners, monitors, and printers perceive and produce color, the international standards used in color management, and the general color management process used to monitor and control the variables.